Okay, got to give credit to Kansas State, especially in the second half, them coming out and really taking it to us. I thought we were ready to play. Thought our plan on all three sides of the ball was good. I thought we executed very well in the first half. Missed out on some opportunities to have a better lead. I do think we should have went into the locker room. Are we done?
Yes.
I do think we should have went into the locker room, potentially 21-7, which changes the whole outlook of the whole game. Missed out on some opportunities in the first half to do that. With that said, still going into the halftime with the lead, came out, got out coached, got out played on all three sides of the ball. Got to give Kansas State credit for that. Take some questions.
How much concern is that for you for the second game in a row, having that lead and then kind of falling flat in the second half?
It's a huge concern. It's a four-quarter game. Talk about it. We talk about it being a four-quarter game. Talk about how we got to finish. Got to finish everything we do. It's a concern. That doesn't happen to good teams.
You mentioned maybe being up 21-7, what happened? Fake field goal? Was that your call on the field?
Yeah, everything's my call. It was there. We kicked the field goal that we had it 1st and 5 on the 5. It's disturbing, which there's a lot of things disturbing with what we do offensively. But we had to settle for the field goal. That's fine. Kick the field goal, but we had the look we wanted. So the next time we went out there, we said if it's there, you have to communicate it, and we obviously didn't get through to Mike what we needed to get through to him. Wasn't the correct look, wasn't the correct call.
For you guys, not being able to get off the field defensively is another, I guess, disturbing trend for you. Can you just talk about what you saw out of them today and just not being able to get off there?
We did in the first half. We did in the first half. I don't know. Did they do a better job of executing? I would assume you got to give them a little bit of credit for that. They executed better in the second half than they did in the first half. A lot of long drives and then hit us on some big plays over the middle. So, got to get better at it.
Did you have something in place to account for when they switched quarterbacks in the middle of drive to notify? Did that change what you were trying to do?
No, we anticipated that. We anticipated that. I said all week that they got a specific offense with number 4 and a specific offense with Waters, number 15. And, again, I think we had a good plan. We executed it good in the first half. We didn't execute it in the second half. Why? I don't know.
What was behind your decision of going with Paul late?
Well, you got to be able to throw to open people and complete it, and Clint was not doing a good job of that. He turned the ball over. At that point, when we were down 2 touchdowns, we obviously have to pick the pace up. We have to run 2-minute offense. We got to throw the ball a lot more. Clint wasn't doing a very good job of that at that point, so we went with Paul because Paul has a little bit more experience in just spreading the ball around. Thought he did a very average job.
Dana's starting the game for a variety of reasons. I guess you can maybe narrow it down, but it's come and gone, and hopefully it's not been strong. Is there common things that maybe contribute to that, just not getting out of that first play?
Starting fast. Yeah, we addressed it with offense. I thought Clint was very jittery starting the game last week. We tried to get him some plays that he was comfortable with. Run the ball a little bit more, quick passes. Didn't work. So it's just experience. I don't even really want to say it, but he just hasn't been playing in this offense very much. The execution's not what you want. Playing with a lot of guys that aren't hadn't been here very long. It's the same old deal. We're not doing a very good job offensively. We're not scoring. We're not finishing drives. We're not finishing blocks. We're not making people miss in the open. We're not catching the ball downfield. You guys see it. It keeps me up at night. We're not playing winning offensive football. Are we improving? Does it look better at times? Yes. Is it good enough to win a Big 12 football game? Absolutely not.
Talk about the adjustments that Waters made and was able to be very successful in the second half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're well coached. Everybody in the country knows that Kansas State is well coached. They coached them to execute those plays, and we didn't. it's all three sides. I mean, you can't. There's been specific games this year where you can point the finger at one of our sides of the ball. Second half, I mean, it was a collection of everything.
Talk about Tyler Lockett. You said you were expecting him to play. Obviously, he had a pretty big impact today.
Yeah, so did Thompson, the other kid. Those two guys are good football players. They've played a lot of ball here. Made a lot of plays. You got to cover them. When they're running routes, our defenders are supposed to cover them. And when the ball's in the air, you make plays on the ball. They did it, we didn't.
One of the things you said this summer was that you weren't losing any sleep. Obviously, just a minute
losing
ago,
sleep
you're losing
now.
sleep now.
Yeah,
Did you underestimate what you guys did lose? Did you underestimate how difficult it was going to be to reload this offense?
I probably gave ourselves a little bit too much credit. Thought we could coach them up a little bit better. Thought our continuity would take care of itself just by playing together and practicing. And leading into this game, we did show improvement. We have shown improvement, but it's not winning football. And then it just your confidence takes a hit, and you get discouraged, and it's tough. They're trying. I do think our guys are trying. It's not clicking. I mean, it's Big 12 football. I mean, we're playing at a pretty good place that have won a lot of football games and has a coaching staff that has a plan, and they've been building facilities and moving forward. I mean, it's where we're at.
And you mentioned confidence. This week, I guess Keith said that maybe the Baylor game stunk a little bit against Texas Tech. Did you see maybe Texas Tech sting a little bit today, as far as because you had them in spots and third down especially?
I don't know. I mean, we've had a good week of work. I mean, we've practiced all that stuff. We executed it in the first half. I mean, we didn't execute it in the second half. Is it confidence? Probably has something to do with it. I don't know. Maybe we're just not coaching them very well. I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.